Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.
We're not qualified.
Who are you?
Explorers in the further regions of experience.
Did you not listen?
Then the hell with you.
Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the 199th episode of Screaming Into the Void, the show where we talk about whatever the hell we feel like. My name is Samuel the Infamous, and joining us today, we have Devil Made Me Do It, who just popped in last second while the credits are rolling.
How's it going?
We also have with us Caucasian Sasquatch.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this silly show where we do the things we do when we do them. The devil made me do all of this.
I mean, yeah, we can.
Why does that taste like peanut butter?
Also joining us, Anna's Gameland.
Hello, I have Ronaldo coming to deliver something for me in a couple of minutes. Thank you for having me.
Indeed. What's in the
Sounds
box?
like an X-rated movie. Ronaldo's gonna come deliver something for me soon here.
No, I've seen this one before. He's got a package and she has no money, but he has to deliver.
I mean, she
Speaking
does
of,
know porn.
Speaking of
Yep.
things that
That's
perhaps should not have been delivered, I'm sorry, that was really mean. Shadow of Hawk.
I mean, hey, in a year or two, Iran really want to see me landing. So, you know,
I do apologize, but I don't know why the fuck I said that out loud.
because your immediate response to dealing with me is abusive remarks, which I have taken in stride consistently. Don't worry about it.
That's fair. No, I can be somewhat abusive, but I do it out of love. See, if I didn't care about you, I wouldn't talk to you at all.
Yeah, no, I was
No.
just fixing to point that out. If I didn't care, you wouldn't even know I existed because I never mentioned you. You never shattered my door. I never, nothing. I mean, ask Devil. How many times have I talked to him?
The Devil's like, yeah, that's fine.
I'm just over here enjoying some Peruvian chicken. So,
And
That chicken has never
love
seen
the
Peru,
chicken.
sir.
With what kind of
Yeah.
sauce?
no fucking clue. It's like pollo saltado or something like that.
Yummy. That's the sauce.
Oh, the sauce, just like some generic green fucking salsa verde, I think.
All I heard was blah blah blah. I'm eating Trader Chicken.
No, Peruvians. They don't annoy us. They don't bother us. They're not traitors. They just kind of exist. They're like the Arikara.
It's
They're
an
just kind of
American
over there.
chicken. It's American chicken.
well, American chicken is mostly, lab grown plastic, so I don't blame him for going to an
The
outside
good
source.
stuff. The good stuff.
Yeah. Anywho, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We are live currently on two separate YouTube channels, Samuel the Infamous and Caucasian Sasquatch. We're also live on Twix and Rumble. If you're in any of those places, drop a comment. Let us know you are there. Top of the show, housekeeping time. You will notice pinned at the bottom of the comments on YouTube. I have to keep remembering that because they put it there and it's fucking stupid. And at the top of the comments on Rumble, Gals Give Send Go link. We are still trying to move the needle on that. We are actually making some progress. Last I checked, we are up over 5K. So
Yep.
we're creeping closer to the 6,000 goal. And so if y'all can help, that'd be most appreciated. If you can't, spread it around. Make sure everybody gets it, like the syphilis.
Yeah. So go give gal syphilis.
Spread Gal's syphilis. Yeah.
Yay. Break
Sooner
two.
Gal, the sooner this is done, the sooner Gal comes back screaming into the void. Is that true? I don't know.
With syphilis.
I mean, it's like we'll see what happens, but
Just
she will
remember
be
that
back
green
eventually.
sausage.
Sam, it's an advertisement. You have to lie to them. It's like when you put up when McDonald's does the whole triple decker cheeseburger thing. It never looks the way it does in real life. It never looks the same as the commercial. Same thing here. We're just lying to them to make something happen.
I'm not gonna say that to my audience like ever.
That's why you have me here.
No, you're the anti-advertisement, is what you are.
Okay.
Anywho,
Categorically, my good man.
but yeah, the link is there. We're doing our level best to get the word out about that, so we'd appreciate all the assistance that can be rendered. As well, we're just coming up. This is the episode 199. We are one episode away from the 200th episode of Screaming Into the Void, which is a bit of a milestone. Many, 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 with lots of manys attached to that. Much larger, much more impressive, and much more trafficked channels don't last this long with a single show. I'm pretty proud of that, and I think I
It's
should.
very impressive. It's very impressive.
So, and fun fact, we're going to do it again in October with Abyssal Musings. Ha ha ha.
Hey, I got a back scratcher over here you can use to pat yourself on the back if you need it.
Yeah. Shit, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty flexible and my arms are very long, so I can do that too. But anywho, welcome in everybody. I'm going to say hello to the chat and then we'll get on with the show. Appreciate y'all being here. First up, we got Shadow of Hawk telling Larry Suckett. He's not going to see this, man. He's doing Iron Oxide show today.
I'm aware.
And
You can suck it.
Devil's going to run away from us and do that too. We've also got JB in the chat. Howdy, JB. Good to see you. Ardent Party, welcome in.
Hi, Ardent.
Got Ms. Sparkles. There we go. Happy to see you. And as y'all come in, we will do our level best to highlight and do all the things and yada, yada, yada. You know how it goes. You know, if you've been here once, you've probably been here a million times. It's fine. Anyway, so I kind of want to start off with something that I didn't give Sasquatch a link for. So I was listening to this video.
Hey, let's just completely change the show, son.
No. It's just a
Go
little bit
ahead,
of a
I'm
segue. It's a little bit of a segue. It's something that I have bitched about extensively on the channel before. I'm going to do it again for a minute. The channel called Tail Foundry, right? Who I've been watching for several years. They talk a lot about, structures of stories and how things work. There's a fair bit about cosmic horror in fiction on their channel, along with a whole host of other things. The whole thing is about storytelling.
Hey, Aaron.
It's very, very cool. So they put out a video here recently called Anti-Lovecraftian Horror. And the very first thing they did was bitch about the man himself. They're like, oh, we just don't talk about Lovecraft. We talk about all these others that are, all the people that he would have hated building on his work. And I was like, so what you're doing is you are standing on his shoulders and profiting by his work while turning your nose up and spitting on his name. Fuck you.
Yes.
Anyway.
Not only that, but here's the best part. H.P. Lovecraft released most of his works for public consumption like years ago. Like he wrote it into his will on his death that all of his shit was available for everybody, which is why the term Lovecraftian exists. Now there's a handful of stories that you're no bueno, don't touch them, don't record them, don't do anything with them. You'll get burned up from on high.
I mean, maybe don't do a reading of the horror at Red Hook online.
Exactly. There's specific that you can't do, and it's for different reasons. But yeah, don't do the horror at Red Hook. You don't expect to get through it without a strike, at least.
Yeah. So, and then it devolves into this whole real world. They include real world horrors like transphobia, and I was like, what the fuck, and it's less about the ambiguity, and it's more personal. It's about how you feel, and I was like, I think I might be done with this fucking channel. It's like you're missing the point. Right? It's supposed to be impersonal. That's where the horror is. So,
it's possible their AI got reset while they weren't paying attention and they just rolled the next video in.
Fuck, I don't know, man. I don't know. It was infuriating, especially from a channel that I have enjoyed for years. And honestly, probably, I don't usually bitch this much about a single video that I didn't appreciate sentiments on from a channel that I overall enjoy. So I probably won't just write them off or anything like that. I just wanted to get that off my chest because I had to run an errand before the show and I was listening to it on my way there and back and fuming about it. So y'all missed the point. You missed the point of cosmic horror, but whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was it. I had to get that shit off my chest. It was eating at me. So, yeah, Aaron, right? It was like the first 5 minutes of the video is enough to make me turn it the fuck off. And I almost never do that shit. Even if I don't like this topic, I will usually at least try to finish the fucking video. So, yeah.
Autism.
I did read that of that on the creation. Okay, so he wrote that when he was 17 on like a fucking scrap of napkin, man. It's not reflective of his entire catalog, which I know you know. I'm just saying that for
you're not
other
telling
people.
me. He brought that up because it would trigger you, and he fucking
Yeah.
knew it. It almost triggered me when I saw it. I was like, "Nah," and I thought about it. I was like, "Nah, he knows. He's just jerking my chain. Stop it. Get some help, sir."
Right? So, anywho. Shall we move forward? What is the first thing up on the docket, good sir?
It says a font called Decoy Font has appeared that humans can read, but looks like different characters to AI.
Yes. Now, when you bring up the example, do not scroll down into the replies. On the screen. Don't do it.
Can I look at them real quick?
Yeah.
I'll look at them after.
Is it that bad?
The very first thing that I saw on there was pretty blatantly we'll get hit for it.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it's in that font.
It is in that font.
Oh, wait a second. What the fuck?
All right.
So for people at home who aren't looking at this the way, okay, I can kind of see it. You see Happy Human over YouTube? Is that what y'all see?
Yes. You can see it pretty clearly on the Rumble side. It comes through nice and clear.
Okay, so on the shared screen side that I'm actually looking at, it says "Sorry, robot."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the squiggly lines.
Gotcha. I
Right.
can't.
The squiggly lines over the top of the blurry shit. The AI at first pass, right, without extensive prompts and shit, can't actually read the blurry shit underneath. It only reads "Sorry, robot," because those are defined lines. Right. So what this font is essentially doing is masking the intent behind it. You know, the AI reads one thing, humans read another.
That is freaking weird, bro. I just keep looking back and forth at it, and I'm like, I can see it, but at the same time, like, why is it so clearly Happy Human from this screen? And yet this screen, all I can see is Sorry, robot.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's a new font. Just heard about this the other day, and I think that it's going to be a fun toy. I don't know if it's ever going to be of any
Welcome in, Iwan. Good to see you, brother.
Extended use or anything like that, because it kind of seems like it'd be a bitch to construct. I mean, I guess you could have AI do it for
This
you.
is for memes. This is obviously for memes. Memes are fixing to get savage as hell, bro.
Well, I mean, honestly, this is the kind of thing you could probably use on your community tab on YouTube, because if you recall, almost all of the moderation is automated now.
Bro.
Is not
There's gonna be
necessarily going to.
There's going to be a plug-in for OBS here in a week. These
Probably.
wild west, bro. They're going to have to hire people for this shit.
Yeah, so it should
might
be
make
interesting.
content trolling fun again.
It could be. It could be. You know, I mean, they're doing their level best to take all of the fun out of internet life as it is. We might as well be. This is the problem, though, right? Escalation. There's always an escalation of these things. Now, to a certain extent, it is a good thing because it drives ingenuity, right? But on the other hand, escalation is also how you go from, bulletproof vests to cop killers.
Yeah. That line from freaking Batman where it's like, we go from revolvers to semi-automatics. They start buying automatics. We start buying bullet resistance vests. They purchase armor piercing ammunition. And in a arms race, you will never defeat the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the digital equivalent of putting on a cape and jumping off rooftops.
Yep.
Well, I mean, with a better outcome, you're not likely to die from this.
Right. I was just
You
referencing what the Shadow was bringing up. Yeah. That's something that's said directly to Batman is like, what kind of escalation are we going to see from the bad guys now that you're dressing up like a bat and beating the shit out of them with your bare hands? So I just thought this was kind of an interesting little bit, though. It is kind of fun to see. This is sort of, it's not on the same scale, obviously, as the flock camera takedowns I'm seeing all over the fucking internet right now.
I have a theory about that.
Shoot.
All right. So if you remember, most of these flock camera things were set up with zero oversight from any public bodies whatsoever. For the most part, the different city councils were petitioned on some level by the law enforcement for an amount of money to purchase flock cameras to set up. And that's how it was financed. They essentially bought them and then maintained the subscription for access, right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that this is it is by design a tracking system, and that's kind of a no bueno for the government. They're not supposed to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's a violation of the Fourth Amendment.
Right. It's a direct violation of the Fourth Amendment, and so a lot of cases have started going through. And the tinfoil hat conspiracy theory that I heard is that a lot of different departments are destroying them themselves because that way they can't be sued for for what they are, right? Because they're having to like renege on a bunch of contracts and stuff they had with these flock providers.
That's an interesting twist.
Right. See, at first I didn't buy it at all, but then the more I thought about it, when you're talking about these small towns, that flock camera was basically the golden goose that laid the golden egg, right? You don't even have to have a cop out there. You can just generate revenue by putting this thing wherever the hell you want to put it.
Yeah, well, like in the danger with the flock cameras is that they are collating and transmitting data regardless of whether or not the city pays its bill. Where is that going to? Probably the companies who put the fucking cameras up in the first place. They're going to be tracking you regardless of whether or not they're doing it on behalf of whatever municipality contracted with them. And a fun fact about contracts and governments, I don't know how much experience y'all have with this shit, but I have a fair amount, is that contractors typically are not held to the same kinds of standards when they are doing something for like a city or a state or a national government as they would be in the private sector, right? There's usually all kinds of shit in place to protect them from any kind of liability. They can get away with doing shit in ways that, would otherwise not fly with like OSHA or whatever. And it's usually written into the contract, and they're usually, think about Operation Warp Speed, for example, right? None of those companies agreed to release the product, we'll say, for Sasquatch's channel's sake, without being guaranteed that they could not be sued for any ill effects. Right. And it's the same with contractors all across the board. It's like, I build you a building, you pay me, but if it falls down, you can't come after me in any way because, it says so right there in my contract. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if
I got you.
The flock camera companies, in particular, Peter Thiel's outfit, have some kind of indemnity against this sort of thing.
See, I would not doubt a bit to find out that every single, because this same dude that told me that it was the cops taking them out, right, also had a theory that the reason the flock systems are so thick on the East Coast is specifically so that various aspects of the shadow government can move stuff from point A to point B without ever coming across a police officer, because it tracks cops just as effectively as it tracks every car.
Mm-hmm.
This should allow black ops to pretty much operate on native soil without ever encountering anyone who might recognize what's going on.
Yep. Which is also illegal.
Yeah,
But
those flock
now
cameras.
this guy had a tinfoil hat on and was standing on a street corner with a sandwich board saying the end is nigh. So
What was that, Devil?
I said that flock camera shit is pissing me off. The idea that, like I said, they're just randomly can send you a ticket and they didn't catch you doing anything, but they saw you on a camera. Lift your phone up for half a second. So there you go, you know. But I think this is one of the things that's going to really trigger people. I think people are finally to the point where they're tired of it, and you see it with all the people cutting them down. So,
well, they're also going after them legally, right? Just about every district that has flock cameras at this point has at least one case meandering its way towards the Supreme Court.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's the whole thing is setting up for some seriously
So let me ask
dystopian
you
shit.
this. Are there places where flock cameras might be acceptable?
The UK.
That is a good answer. I like that answer.
I mean, yeah, but isn't the UK already the most heavily surveilled country in the world?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Well, Sam, what you need to understand, right, is you should
Is that
never
fucking
stop
microwave?
improving your position. No, it's my car. I stepped out to grab a drink and then I'm back in my car. You can never, ever have a truly perfectly improved position. You can always make things better. So while yes, England is already one of the most surveilled, and I say this as a point of support and pride, even with our species, one of the most authoritarian, draconian police forces on the planet, they could always get more authoritarian and draconian and totalitarian with their application of security measures.
Yeah.
Sure.
So like Lepo's saying here, he says, at my job, thanks to 9/11. Oh, by the way, 9/11, thanks so much for fucking pretty much everything up.
Thank you, Saddam Hussein.
Yeah, he had nothing to do with
Yeah.
Then why do we invade Iraq?
No, stop. Hold on. This man is currently in the United States Marines. Just let him believe.
Yeah.
Believe, okay?
Look, okay, all I know is we did Hiroshima over an attack on Fort Sumter. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, what Lepo is saying here is we have tons of cameras at his job. The official reason is for insurance. Yeah, as if the bosses do not check on any of us when they feel like it. Now, I mean, I get that, man. I do. It kind of depends, I suppose, on your employer, right? On what kind of person they are. But sure, I'm sure some of them absolutely are doing shit like that. Now, take that idea, though, because I work for government. Not only does IT have direct access to all camera footage anywhere I go within my job, but so does the PD.
Yeah.
Because I work in the same building they are. So, like, I got cops watching me too, and dispatch, and IT, and anybody else who's got access to them. So, I get it. I do. Oh, we get it, Shadu. You're young. That's true. That's true. He is young.
What, the authoritarian draconian preference, or the I don't know the difference between Saddam Hussein?
Yeah, but why is that a preference of yours? Because, I mean, there's one thing if you just install a camera outside of your house or a store or something for security. It's another thing if there's cameras everywhere, like literally every freaking where.
Because when I read a Judge Dredd comic, I do that the exact same way a communist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, straight up. I look at Judge Dredd and I go, that should be our Superman. We should Mega City 1's police force. Let's do that. Because that can't possibly end horrendously with our current moral outlook on society.
If I recall, it doesn't go so great for the judges in their moral outlook on society either.
Listen, okay, it's because Mega City 1 is one big fucking welfare state. If they just got rid of the eaters, it wouldn't be an issue. Ignore the fact that 90% of the population are eaters. Ignore that part, Sam. Ignore that part.
Coliseum.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know. It's
Just
it-
screw
like-
it. Dude. Bread and circuses. Let's do it.
like all true authoritarians should use in favor of it only so long as he gets to decide what goes.
Yes, because the only person who would want authoritarianism is someone who thinks they could actually make it in the authoritarian system. Whether or not they're deluded, completely separate fucking question.
Indeed. I prefer the patrician of Ankh-Morpork's outlook on it myself.
I am the law.
Yeah. It's like, I believe in one man, one vote. I'm the man, I get the vote.
Are you though? I thought you
No,
were
but
squid.
we can all dream, right? We can all dream. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not even going to be the one that eats the planet. That's all already spoken for. It's a whole thing. Anywho, I think flock cameras are a bad thing because I think that it opens the way to. Well, I'm just gonna fucking say it, like Shadowrun Johnny Mnemonic kind of shit.
Which I'm only kind of down for.
Yeah, only kind of. Like Techno Dragons would be cool to see. I'm not gonna lie.
Right?
But I also don't want the fucking Yakuza running all the corporations.
Like
that
Cyber
dictate
Orcs,
how everything goes.
bro.
You know? So it is what it is, I guess. But this is not a great thing and all that. I'm not in favor of fucking overly surveying, because as we all know, just because they sell you on the idea with a specific set of circumstances does not mean that specific set is actually the intended outcome, right? So like when they say it's only going to be used to track criminals during active legal investigations, that is a lie.
Well, even separate from that, Sam, what are we defining as a criminal in that context?
Yo, mama.
Because a jaywalker is technically a criminal.
At this point, the people, period, full stop, become enemies of the state by
Do you
default.
really think that a jaywalker would be more, even for, in order to, you can have all the surveillance, but in order to enforce the law, you need to have people. You need to have a force. You think somebody's going to be sitting there and being, oh, this guy just jaywalked. Yeah, wow, I'm going to go and arrest him for doing that.
No, I think it would be a case of, hey, this person is a criminal, bring him in, and then the jackboot, and the jackboot goes, aye, sir, because he doesn't give a fuck. He cares about his paycheck. And then they use the bullshit little crime to actually grab you, and then do a bunch of bullshit to just kind of trap you. I mean, like, look what happened with January 6th, where a bunch of people were just walking through a door, taking pictures inside of a building, and they got put in prison for years so they could be arraigned for trial. And then eventually, oh, wait, we actually made a mistake. Sorry. You actually were innocent of the crime we were accusing you of. Sorry about taking 3 years of your life.
No,
that's the kind of shit I'm talking about.
No, that is not at all how that went. A lot of those people were convicted, were put in jail and sentenced and were pardoned, which is not a, hey, we made an error. It's the president going, they fucked up. We're sorry. This is the best we can do to fix it. Don't sue us.
I mean, same general thing. Little bullshit crime that's kind of ruin a little bit of reality, and then you extend it obscenely beyond the breadth of belief, and because most people don't give a shit because it doesn't directly affect them, now someone's sitting behind bars for years over not even trespassing.
There is one feature in all this that always tickled the living piss out of me. You realize that for the most part, all of those monuments in DC are operated by the Park Service.
Yes.
So the offended party in almost every case, and all of the cases involving January 6th, for the most part, where the offended party was the Park Service.
Where were they on 9/11?
Make it make sense. Oh, they were in the parks, bro. I swear to God.
They were hanging on. They were on that building with the dancing Israelis.
Yeah, that Sequoia over there. That's their alibi.
Ever heard of the Golden Spruce?
I've heard of the Golden Goose.
No, the Golden Spruce. So supposedly somewhere in like Oregon in some national park of unlimited freaking width and breadth, there is a single mutated spruce that is the color of sunlight. Pictures of it have supposedly surfaced. You should look it up. But the Park Service refuses to admit where it's at, because there was once a silver spruce that was cut down by some asshole who was going through a divorce. Got drunk, went and cut down her favorite tree.
What a bitch.
That's petty.
That's petty. I mean, that's some world-renowned petty. That's the type of petty people talk about centuries after you're done.
What did that
Right?
shrubbery ever do to him?
She loved it. That's it. It was her favorite tree in the whole world. He went, cut that fucker down and burnt the stump.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you're gonna hear in like Appalachian folk songs, you know, a couple hundred years from now.
Right?
Speaking
That
of,
dude's name
speaking
is
of
literally
weird shit in music, though.
the history of America now. Only silver spruce ever found. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Bro,
So
could you imagine if Bruce Campbell and William Shatner were to do a rock band, a heavy metal band?
Mhm.
yes, I can. Yes, I can.
And does it
Partially
say
because Christopher
all
Lee
the
did it
fuckers?
first.
I want to
Can you
hear
imagine?
William Shatner sing Paranoid.
I want to hear him sing "Cunt Fucker" by Infinite Annihilator.
General counted in their masses, just like witches and black masses.
Yeah, no, this is a weird bit of trivia that popped up, and I there is an article attached to this. It is behind a paywall, so I only got about halfway through it, and I don't know how serious it is because it comes from Apple News. But yeah, apparently William Shatner is looking to start a fucking metal band at 90. He's 95. He's almost 100 fucking years old.
He's been to space, bro.
I know, and he looks great.
If he tried to do a fucking metal screech, he's gonna die. I'm sorry. It's just,
I imagine that he's probably looking at more like 70s, 80s metal rather than, you know, later on. So
You have no idea how much adrenochrome that man has.
it's just the weirdest thing, man. Could you? And honestly, Bruce Campbell playing bass on that, I would.
Yeah, I just have to listen just for that.
Right. You think he wears that metal hand prosthetic, the slap bass, the.
I fucking would if I was him. I'd dress up just like Ash. That would be the character of this band member.
Put some strings on the chainsaw.
Right. Well, now go with the metal hand. Have the chainsaw across your back. Build it out of foam. Make it look
goes
real.
out there.
Girl, she'll get it.
Oh, you want
to
to
do-
go full Guar with
Keanu Reeves on bass and Jason Momoa.
Have him go out there and try to do like Ozzy's frog jump or break his hip. It's
Hold on.
it's not the fucking smartest thing.
Who's our local AI guru? We can make this happen. There's no reason why this band can't exist. In
Grant Gregory comes to mind. He could make that happen pretty quickly, I think.
Oh yeah,
He's done some
he
disturbing
wasn't asleep
things on
at this
very short
particular
notice.
moment.
Also, Suka, if he's still alive and with us.
He is still alive. He's just not here. So, I think he's
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
well, he can do some
contacted
scary-
Sam and said, "Is Shadow going to be on the show today?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm out."
Which
Yeah.
is weird because I was his favorite target for memes.
Yeah, no, he's
This can't be real.
working on some other projects, so he's been pretty busy. But he's still alive. Surprisingly, I'm kind of surprised Mira didn't eat his soul yet. But
How's she doing? Out of random curiosity, because I haven't had a chance to like tune into any of those streams in a while.
he's done exactly one in the last month. So, and it was on Sunday, and it was 20 minutes.
Damn.
It's summertime. She always backs off on summertime.
Very well.
No, it's hot. She's sleeping. It's fine. Anyway.
So I've got to ask you this: is this real? There's no way this Bricks post is real.
I fucking hope it is, honestly.
House News.
To be
Which
fair,
post?
Bricks News posts a lot of stuff, a lot of random stuff, but there is sort of a Bricks bent to it, obviously. But even this, I hope it's real. I do, because this would be funny as fuck to me.
So just in, Israel advances plan to build Palestinian detention center, detention facility surrounded by crocodiles. Now, for those of you who might have missed the last 5 years of existence,
Okay, alligator Alcatraz.
It's called Alligator Alcatraz that I've never heard of anyone escaping.
Yeah, that's not to say that nobody's ever tried.
Yeah.
Now, we're not talking about attempts. We're talking about successful escapes.
Right.
Never.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
See, my question is, why would you use crocodiles? That sounds expensive. Just throw Egyptians in there. They don't like Palestinians.
Well, if you throw enough Egyptians in there, the crocodiles just show up. God damn it. Fuck you, I'm not like that. That is not.
Oh,
What can I say except you're welcome?
No, stop it.
Never, ever again.
Hey, it's better than the live action version of that.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have gone to see that if you had set me on fire.
I haven't. Twitter, however, is hell and shows me things I don't want to see.
You know, you can curate your algorithm, right?
No, I can't specifically. Every attempt I do to curate, it just gets worse.
That's your choice, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Let's agree to meet in the middle and blame Devil.
Let's not. And blame you.
Two things can be true.
Boy, devil.
Devil's sort of taken over for you know, everybody had that one guy in the group when we were kids, right? That one guy who was always at fault, whether it was actually his fault or not, whether he was even present for the inciting incident or not, still his fault. Devil's that guy.
Kind of goes with the name.
Yeah.
Indeed. However, I would be curious as to, because nobody's given me any kind of specifics on this, what kind of crocodiles are we talking here? And I mean, most likely they'd be Nile, right? Because that's what's most
Nile,
readily available
sure.
in the area. But they're not
Go for
that
the
far
salt.
from
They're
India. They
bigger.
could bring in some gharials, maybe. You know, I mean, gharials really only eat
Gharials
fish.
aren't
They're scary
terribly-
looking.
Big
you
old
want
salties, man. Big old salties.
crocodile type creature, you want to go with the black caiman. They're not as big, but pound for pound, they are much more aggressive.
Yeah, but they got to import that shit from the other side of the planet, man.
All right, but if you got enough shit,
I would still use that technology they had to bring back direwolves and use that to bring back the Caprasuchus.
First of all, that technology was just gene editing modern wolves into weird looking modern wolves. They're not dire wolves.
I'm aware.
he's willing to take that risk.
And
Screw
second,
that,
I'm
just
aware that the Caprasuchus is an alligator that can move like a horse. I am fully fucking aware that that is a hyper predator waiting to be unleashed. I don't care. It would be funny.
It's not waiting to be unleashed. It's fucking extinct.
Right, and if we were to bring it back, it would be like Jurassic Park, but against something that's actually scary.
It wouldn't be like Jurassic Park. It would taste like chicken and get wiped out by the very first Haitian it came across.
Right.
One of them would. A wave of them would succeed.
That's twice, Shadow. Stop it.
Oh, but it's like, I mean, look, however you feel about you know, the whole Middle East thing, about Israel, about Palestine, about any of that stuff going on over there, that is not my country's fucking problem, but whatever. The idea behind building a prison with a moat full of fucking crocodiles to prevent escape is a solid one. It fucking works. It's worked throughout history. It's working in fucking Florida right now.
Oh God, the fact that you're not wrong, just it's so tasty.
I mean, to be fair, We have
Here's
a country song that provides the solution to get out of the issue.
I mean, take the Rio Grande, for example, right, which runs along the southern border of the United States. There are large sections of the Rio Grande that are impassable, even by people who are risking life and limb. They will go somewhere less turbulent. And I don't mean turbulent because the river is fast or particularly rapid, but because it's full of gators. Like gators and crocodiles are effective deterrents because
they really are.
Fucking eat your ass.
What, man, I'll crawl in most anything that gets in my way, but there's several times I have exited the water immediately upon noticing a small swamp puppy. Apparently, because here's the thing about the small ones, they were made by big ones.
Well, people, they overreact to their fear of animals, and I'm not saying I don't, but like literally people who go swimming in the ocean all the time, if they knew how many times literally probably 30, 40 feet from them there was some sort of shark, a very small one, they would never go in the ocean. But the second they hear that there was a shark, they won't go anywhere near it, even though they've been close to one a dozen times.
All right, so let me clarify
it's
that.
Fear.
Until I get to the ocean, the shark is the dominant predator. Once I get there, I am the dominant predator.
Why do you think Australia became a prison colony? Where are you going to swim to?
You can swim to Papua New Guinea, where there are cannibals. You can swim to wherever the fuck the Maori live, where there are cannibals.
That's fine. You can't swim that way.
Here's the thing. Like, you're not wrong, Devil. You're not wrong. And that's part of why they make such an effective barrier for prisons, because people are afraid.
Yeah.
It works. It fucking works.
Sometimes irrational.
But sometimes you got a whole moat full of fucking starving animals, and some idiot decides he's going to take a swim thinking he can get to the other side, and everybody gets to witness what happens.
IRL pitfall.
Which only serves to increase the fear, which increases decreases the likelihood that anybody else is going to try to do that again.
There's another layer to this that I'm not sure how many people have considered. If you utilize the prisoners there to facilitate the farm, which is a breeding of crocodiles and alligators, you could make the farm self-sufficient on the meat alone.
Yeah.
What's up, Barnaby?
Old Blindy has a point. Hippos would
much more aggressive.
Yeah. Problem is you'd have to they consume a lot more food because they're mammals. And
you use the prisoners to grow the crops to feed the hippos, and so you just grow a bunch of cabbages and broccolis and all kinds of stuff, and you can do it like a prison market stall to facilitate the.
No, because then you'd have a bunch of you'd have a bunch of people whining and bitching that you're doing a slavery, and you'd have to just deal with all the legal bullshit. Just use crocodiles. Just use crocodiles.
Crocodiles either.
Right, but that's a security measure. Like they'll just go, this is inhumane. This is what's inhumane about it. It's a security measure. Okay, cool. You're just a bitch.
But then in the case though, no matter what.
Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna pay them to grow the crops to abate the slavery allegations? No, they don't deserve to get paid. They're in prison.
Hold on. I actually kind of disagree on this one point. They are in a detention center. This is not technically a prison. They are waiting deportation. And I say if a useful soul happens to wander through there and isn't adverse to performing some labor to not be deported tomorrow and to maybe get into the system and possibly find a way in, I have no problem with that. Right now, part of the problem is most of these people are like gangsters and thugs, and they're, father rapers and all that kind of stuff. Right. I'm sorry. I just got lost on a round of
after the father rapers.
you were about
we have to be factual. Squatch. Where do
it's
you
an Arlo Guthrie tune. I'm sorry. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant.
No. You don't know that. We don't have the intel on that. This is all speculation. But this is ridiculous.
We know you're lizard people. You admitted it earlier.
Yes. Not that kind of people. But look, this is what used to do and put colonies or detention centers in the middle of nowhere. Like, let's go back to the gulags. where are the guys gonna run to if they escaped? And there were certain
They're in Florida. Nowhere.
No, but they literally can't go anywhere. There has been only one attempt, and they did escape. But what happened? They got mauled by bears.
And even if you get out of the
Shaking
wilderness,
the bush.
Well, that's a true thing. That's why a lot of gulags were put in places like Siberia, 1,000 miles from anywhere on frozen ice tundra, where the only life forms you were likely to encounter between here and civilization were hungry fucking apex predators.
Yeah. And let's assume you managed to get past the hungry fucking apex predators, whether it's Florida
You
or
don't even need a
Siberia.
fence at that point. Nobody's stupid enough to do it. Well, I mean, somebody
Yeah.
might be, but generally.
And let's say you managed to get past said apex predators, whether it's Siberia or Florida. Getting back to the cities would probably be worse because said regions are ranked hell. Like, have you seen the gear score for Daytona? Like, you're just going to deal with the locals, and it's not going to go well.
I have a feeling that Tampa would be favorite. If we were just going to drop people into a city where life would be such hell that they'd be screaming to get out of the country, Tampa would be it.
No, Detroit.
Down
Detroit.
south, Wild West.
They get-
bullets to an entire chest. So I'm struggling to digest, but I see the Trump trying to buy a vest.
In Florida, they get past the gators and then they end up getting mauled by a gay man in gator boots.
Right. Right. He went to his Santeria earlier that day, and she was like, "Beware the gator skin." And he's like, "Fuck those gators!" He gets out, gets stalked out by a gay guy in a fucking gym wearing green gator skin fucking hoppers.
Right.
There's actually not that many people who have escaped ever in the history of jail. There have been a few, but they were always either caught because they were like living in the woods for 12 days, 3 weeks, and then they would
They were
have
in the woods and they were found by Anna.
Yes, and then I exactly.
And that's
I'm
when the
predator.
danger music started.
Well, like the alligator Alcatraz's namesake, Alcatraz, when the prison was open, there were only 2 noteworthy escape attempts, and one of them was successful. The other one was, of course, put down by the U.S. Marines. There was a lot of explosions. Almost
Yeah,
nobody survived.
the fat electrician does a video on it that's absolutely amazing. And the one line I want to point out is because we're not taking the explosives home.
Real quick, Andy Pickle. I don't know if them letting him go is the same as escaping. Just saying.
wait, is that the new theory?
Yeah.
The new theory is that it was a body double they found.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's this dude. Just saying.
Well, think about it. Who saw the body besides the immediate guards and the coroner? It's not like he had a whole bunch of loved ones who were free and running around to fucking deliver his corpse to.
How about them dogs, folks? Why would anybody climb in a porta john?
I just want to go freeze to death in Tok Tung. Can I just go to North Korea? Can we just declare war on China now? Can I go die in Tok Tung Pass, please? Is that a thing I can just go do right now? I'd prefer that over this.
Do you know why we don't just roll on North Korea?
Because it's a mountainous hellscape and they'd use gas-based weaponry on us, so logistically it'd be mildly annoying.
It's the artillery, dude. It's the artillery. They have had, 60 years of digging artillery pieces in, specifically designed to fire on Seoul. And if we rolled on the
No,
side, by the
no.
time those
I didn't have to have a gas mask in my playpen when I was a fucking, second, third grader, because we had to worry about them legitimately gassing fucking Seoul when I
No.
lived there.
I'm not
I'm fully
saying
aware of that.
won't use gas. I'm just saying they don't have to. They've been stockpiling rounds for 50
Right.
freaking years. If that shit ever sets off,
No, I'm fully aware of their strike capabilities. Again, I had to have a gas mask I had to be gas mask certified when I was a fucking child to live in South Korea when my dad was stationed there, because North Korean strike capabilities allow them to level pretty much anything within 100 miles of the 30th parallel. That's the thing a lot of people don't really get about the North
demilitarized
Koreans.
zone
is-
isn't all that terribly demilitarized, except for actually in the zone. See, that's the thing, is there's a mountainous territory, and every inch of it has been overly occupied by the
Yeah.
northern military forever.
Yeah, and unlike South Korea, where they've kind of sort of figured out how to have a society alongside the military, in North Korea, the society basically exists to maintain the military. It's very Prussia of them.
Okay.
Oh, Bonnie's asking if you did North Korea. Is it
I've been to North Korea, yeah.
Like, do you mean like how Debbie did Dallas?
I don't get the reference, but yes, I have been to North Korea.
You might not get the reference. Old Blindy will get the reference.
Yeah,
Anna got the reference because she was blonde.
Shadow went and did it.
I am
Deep throat.
concerned. I don't trust any of you.
Yeah. Well, maybe
Oh,
you should have
no.
been born earlier when life was fun.
Right?
No, because that would make me Gen X or millennial, and thus compromised by the liberal worldview, and I wouldn't be free like I am now.
We call that managed democracy, folks. Liberty prevails.
Sure. Liberty
Do that
prevails.
manifest globalism. I've
suppose.
got from there.
But this is sometimes what liberty will get you. See, I'm getting better at the segue, Sasquatch. Sometimes
Yeah.
liberty gets you stuck in a porta john. Underneath it.
Here's the thing. Like, I've seen this video all over the place, and I only know of one person that ever got involved in porta john juice, and that was because he went to go take a poop, and it flooded, like flash flooded, and it washed out the back corner of the porta john, and he rolled down the damn thing, and he was like, what, 5'3", 5'2", is a little bitty dude, and so when it was all said and done, he ended up stuck in the tank, like standing in it.
But
And,
it's pretty hard to get in there because the hole's not all
it
that
is.
big.
It's not easy. You have to put 4 after. You don't just fall in, right? And so homeboy over here, well, I'll let him show you.
Your eviction notice. Bro, come out. You're gonna look out of there. All the way down. Watch your fucking self. Get it way back. We're gonna cut all the way down.
I can hear him splashing.
Watch your arm. We're going there.
Yeah, no.
This, by the way, is why the Sawzall is one of like God's greatest gifts to mankind.
Right?
Get perverts out of Johns.
Getting saw is the most amazing tool ever designed.
You put a little diamond tip fucking bit on the end of that, you can cut through anything.
Right? You throw some of that damn that damn file fiber shit on it.
Right?
So just
I mean,
looking at one of those things is evoking negative emotions from me. I
But
fucking
here's the
hate
thing.
it.
That might be true, dude. And I've used I have literally used a reciprocating saw so much that I killed it. I bought it, used it for 5 years, and it was literally, it looked brand new when it died, but it was from overuse. They're tough as nails, and I fried the damn thing.
I'm talking about the Porta John.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought that was where he was going with that. I could see why that might give you, nightmares for life.
Flashback.
Yeah, no, imagine using the same one that 350 people have been using, and it hasn't been changed in a couple of days, and you're dealing with some of the hottest days recorded in Virginia history during the summer.
It was
That
really hard for him
shit-
to do the glory hole that day.
That shit, I wish I had my gas mask with me. Legitimately, that was worse than the gas chamber.
Or I did exactly what you're talking about, a site with 3,000 people on it.
Mhm.
And imagine my shock when in the middle of August in Georgia, I found out that one of the chicks that had been hired on just got fired for exactly what you were just talking about with the glory hole business. Somebody actually zipped 2 of these things together and set her up in a clean one with no fluid in it.
Oh,
I don't
And
know if you guys have ever
here's
been
how
to
we
a
found
music
out.
festival.
how'd you
Is,
find out?
Ever went to a music festival and you actually had to use a porta potty with like 50,000 people?
I mean, you're at a music festival. If you shit yourself, nobody's going to notice.
Exactly.
Well, they won't
Yeah.
mention it.
Right, but no, I could see where this.
Yeah, she do only has one
this
gas
taking
mask.
that.
What a poo say.
And you know what the worst part is? Like what you're talking about in Georgia with the humidity and all that stuff, right? You go in to use one of those things, and you know some of the moisture in the air came out of that hole.
Yeah.
Oh
Dear
no!
God, bro.
Talk about the moisture going into your because any kind of poo, if you breathe it in, you actually breathe it in through your mouth, and that therefore
Right.
you're shit. No,
It's when the
no.
stench is so bad you can taste it.
If you can smell shit in the air, you're breathing in shit particles.
Mhm.
That's what the scent is. It's shit particles.
I just want to say, I love how Anna turned on the British accent for that. It made the entire thing like 10 times funnier.
Are you done gagging, Sasquatch?
Pretty sick.
When he just quit, that sucker just walked away. He said, God damn it, turned and walked away and threw the goddamn.
Yeah, he's like, well, dude, get comfortable because you're in there for life.
Yeah. That's Darwin. That's Darwin. Just leave the guy in there. That's Darwinism at that point.
I don't understand why they haven't cut a hole big enough for him to actually get out.
I don't get why anyone would. Okay, I get what that the dude's a sick pervert freak, but how the fuck do you get? You're gonna be blue for fucking 2 weeks after that. How the fuck are you gonna sit there and people are gonna notice, dude? You're pervert.
That dude that I told you about who fell down the hill in the Porta John, from that day forward, his name was Smurf.
Yeah. How do you explain that? Oh,
the first time I met him, they
Not the font.
introduced me to him as Smurf, and I looked at him and was like, "Dude, is it cool if I call you Smurf?" He's like, "Man, they everybody could call me Smurf." I'm the one that was in that Porta John the other day, and I was like, "Oh shit, bro!"
Yeah,
patted him on his head. He got mad as hell.
Was he a midget?
Almost. I mean, he wasn't. He was like 5'2", 5'3". But he was a slouchy, sort of goblin-esque 5'3".
Oh, so he was taller than the devil?
Jesus.
That's just mean.
Wow.
I have another observation. They have a pump truck. The reason they're here in the first place is the guy who was here to pump it couldn't pump it because there was somebody in it, right?
Yeah.
But why haven't we pumped it with the guy in it so we can cut it?
Because probably those things that pump that out would probably have a potential to hurt him.
Yeah, it's a
I hear what you're saying, but I don't see how that interferes with my job.
I mean, he's gonna end up like the fucking alien hybrid at the end of fucking what was it? Was it Alien Resurrection, the one where Ripley came back as a hybrid, and then they had the weird pale one with the human skull face that gets sucked through the tiny fucking hole at the end of the movie?
Yeah,
What the
see
fuck
they're
are you
reaching
talking
out for
about?
her, and
Yeah, I think that was Resurrection, right?
Wait, which
yeah.
which one is that?
Oh, is it? No, is it Resurrection? Yeah, it's Resurrection. Yeah,
Yeah, Alien Resurrection.
that's the name of it. Yeah, that's
Wait.
the one. Number 4, essentially.
Yeah, because Ripley dies in 3, and they bring her back in 4.
Yeah, they remake her, but with alien DNA in her. The alien that's born by the queen is half human, half alien, and it sees her as the mother, and then gets sucked through a little pinhole in the ship.
What are you guys talking about? What was it? Prometheus, the fourth one?
No.
Prometheus is the 5th,
God, what? No.
and it's not even an alien movie.
He knows not what he does.
It's in that universe, essentially.
So we're
Yeah,
sucking
no.
out the midget out of the hole. Okay.
I mean, if we used the vacuum system on that truck, probably just like that.
Yeah, if with the suction on those things, if like by accident his ass cheek hits it, it's gonna fucking rip a chunk out his ass cheek.
Okay, sure. That's why you hear them saying, get back, get back. That's why you stick it into the corner over here and go.
Yeah,
and
but this guy obviously has bad choice making, right? He just dug himself
I
into a
say it's a
fucking
choice
chair.
or a little mistake. Some of you may die.
Jeff, I need to understand this. You go and sit in a porta potty and you literally sink in. This is some kind of horror film, honestly. And
No.
you just sink in, and you're just sitting there, and you're like, oh yeah, I want to see people shout on my face. What? This is
I don't think he.
horror.
I genuinely don't think he's smart enough to have thought that far. I think he's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll get to look up and see things, and then he's looking up and realizes, wait a minute, there's a reason why people get into porta johns.
Yeah.
Oh,
He-
fuck! At which point, he gets what he fucking deserves.
Yeah,
Something
it's like
down.
those fly traps or the bug traps where they can get in, they can't get out. It's the same thing here. He thought he was gonna slip in there and get a show or some shit because he's a pervert freak. And then when he realized I can't get the hell out, he sat in there for probably 2 hours and was like, "What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?" Till somebody came to clean it, and then he probably gave them excuse like, "Yeah, I was just trying to get my watch. It fell in, and yeah, I slipped in here."
Where,
and,
where,
yeah.
where are you actually sitting? I don't understand.
Oh, he's curled up in there because
Yeah.
it's not a very big space.
Yeah, no, he's just curled in there.
Ew, that even makes it
You
worse.
don't just fall into these things, Anna. He actively climbed into
Yeah.
it. I couldn't look. I'm not sure how big you are, but I'm pretty sure I couldn't shove you in that hole if I tried.
Phrasing.
Trying to watch
Phrasing.
it.
Phrasing.
I had this horrible question occur to me that I want to kind of pose to you guys. If you were in this dude's position, for whatever reason, let's say you're not a pervert, you just magically found yourself in this dude's position. A day goes by, 2 days. Do you choose sepsis or
no.
dehydration?
Dehydration is the way we're going, bro.
I don't know what sepsis feels like. I'm fully aware of what heat casing feels like. I'll take dehydration.
Could you just imagine? You fucking
No.
open the door to a porta potty and there's a head sticking up out of the hole going, "Can you call the cops? I need some help."
It's like some shit right out of the Ghoulies movies.
No. God.
Like, did you see that bit earlier in the video where his fucking poo covered arm came out to try and like grab the
Yes.
leverage himself out straight out of the Ghoulies?
Can we move on to a different topic because this is starting to actually bother me?
Yeah, we
Witness the
he doesn't
horror.
want us focusing on his hobby too much.
There you go. Lean forward. I ain't listening to shit. Lean forward. Put
I
your
was
head.
just trying to get my watch, I swear.
No, I'm not listening. Put your head through the thing like you were when you first showed up. Hey, these screws are down in that door. No, they aren't. Lean forward, dog.
Anybody want to guess what color this guy might be? And don't say blue because that's not his natural shade.
Indian.
That's not a color, but sure.
All right, I'll give it to you.
I'm not listening. Lean forward like you were before. Now you're just talking now. No.
To be honest, they should have cut a bigger thing because he's gonna rip himself up trying to get through
I
that
don't want to
seat.
get anywhere near that shit.
Yeah.
I
I
get
mean, if you're
that.
trying to get him out there not getting hurt, but if you don't give a shit like
I
I
mean,
would,
Honestly,
they should've-
judging by their tones, they're all disgusted with this guy. They don't give a fuck if he gets hurt or not.
I
what
got
I
you.
would do. Go ahead.
But if I've got to go in there and cut this thing for any amount of time, I'm only doing it fucking once, and this thing's going to be completely unfixable when I'm done. That top is coming off, and we'll be able to lift him straight up out of there. I'm going to cut that fucker right around the top of it. We're going to pop it straight off upwards.
I would do it from the side of the bin and just cut a hole and he can crawl out that way. But what I would tell him is I'd be like, you got about 5 minutes to get your ass out of there. Or we're turning that hose on reverse and we're going to blow your ass out that fucking hole.
Personally, I would say upgrade it from a soft knock to a medium knock and just like put a little breaching explosive on the side. That went in badly.
The chat mentioned earlier just to turn it on its fucking side, right? And like, look, here's the thing. He's already covered in shit. It's not going to make it worse. They just flip it over on its side. It'd be a lot easier to crawl out.
Right, but then they can't torture him.
You guys are missing the point. He does want to crawl out. He loves it there.
He's like the hermit crab of like, I don't know, shit perverts.
That's his part.
He's like Gollum of the Crapper. He's like,
Copper pile.
my precious. I don't.
Get the fuck out of there! Hurry up!
He's like, this place reminds me of home. This reminds me of the Ganges River. Don't take me out.
So wait for him like you have
TK makes a point.
You got space now.
If he runs off after they get him out, who's gonna grab him?
Yeah.
Put your head through. Put your head through the hole.
Ew.
No, leave your head through the hole.
Okay, so they did cut a bigger hole. That's
Yeah, but they did it
Yeah.
wrong. They
It's just
cut
not width is
narrow
the
shit.
problem.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
he can get through there. He's just gonna scratch himself against that toilet seat and rip himself up.
And that's
Which you don't want to
exactly
do when you're covered in shit.
Or maybe
I
you do
would-
if you're like him.
right there at the little peak and cut right across there and then down both sides. You can pop that fucker out like a goddamn bottle top. Open it like a casket.
I'm the dumb fuck while singing a fucking urinal. That's real smart to say. We can get out of there. There you go. Now take your left arm. Take that left arm. Put it straight up. Put it straight up. Look at these fucking screws. Bro,
God, imagine the smell.
Bro, listen. All you gotta do is catch this thing so it can come out. No, you can put your left arm straight up. Listen to me. Left arm straight up. There you go. Now lean forward. Lean forward. Keep leaning. Put it back a little. Come on. Man, I can't. I can't.
Personally, I'm inclined to believe him.
Mhm.
I'd be like, hand me that sawzall so I can get my ass out of here. Like, if I do it from the inside, I can't hurt nobody, right?
I mean, that's fair. They just, but they're not gonna give up their equipment to that.
Right? They're not at all. I wouldn't hand it to him either.
I give him a flash. I give him a
Yeah.
flashbang with the pin pulled.
I would. Jesus Christ, dude.
I'm not gonna get him out.
Why you're not allowed to operate on American soil without special dispensation.
Like putting down riots at Alcatraz.
With special dispensation. Shut up, dude. You're blowing your cover.
Very well.
Watch your head, okay?
Do you like Clary Vicks that you can put under your nose?
Out of there.
You know, all those guys are sitting there going, man, remember when we just had to get cats out of fucking trees if it wasn't a fire?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can imagine homeboy sitting over there after work. He's like, 2 days ago, I found a cat in the dryer. The kids had it in there for hours. It was almost cooked.
Yeah. I got to be honest. I did not follow this story any further than this video. I have no idea. I'm sure they got him out. How safe and intact he was when they got him out. I don't know whether or not any of them slapped him around a little bit for fucking being stupid. I don't know either. I would hope so. With gloves on, of course.
After they took him and hosed his ass off and got him to the fucking prison and shit, they had to call his loved ones. Imagine if you're his wife or whatever, you get the call of that.
Yeah, we had
have
to
your
save him
husband,
in
you
the
need to
John.
come-
No, I mean in the John.
Yeah, you have to come and freaking bail your husband now. Oh, what? Was he
He's
drunk
still
again?
blue.
What was he up to? Oh, he was hiding a porta john trying to see people's asses. Just leave him in there. Fuck him.
Right.
Sorry, Earl.
Right.
And he's still blue.
Yeah.
Fire lip.
Indeed. Yeah. So, moving from one appetizing subject right on into the next. See, better transitions.
Allegedly.
Popcorn chicken is back at KFC. Right on.
Now lay off of us.
That's the thing that got me was some of the shit that they'll put on social media when they're advertising, because this is a paid ad, right? It's just so fucking funny to me. It's like, yeah, we brought it back. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
Stop complaining.
Now,
Stop.
let me
asking
tell
us to
you.
do it.
I have cultivated a blend of different seasoned batters that I use that mimic something like the old school KFC. And I straight up mimic a popcorn chicken that I do. I'll throw some sauces on there. I like to put them in little wraps, like a little pocket Caesar salad.
Okay, it might be controversial. I don't know. It doesn't seem it to me, but some people take offense to shit. Popcorn chicken over chicken nuggets.
Agreed.
No, I'd agree. 100%. It's tastier and it typically is a little less processed.
My savage children all choose nuggies.
Yeah.
That's because they don't know better.
Whatever.
I'm not saying you didn't try. I'm saying that willful ignorance is a thing. Yeah, this was a weird thing that popped up last minute on my shit. So y'all remember the movie They Live, right? John Carpenter's
Yeah.
They Live. And
No.
Except for
Shut up,
Shadu,
Shadu.
who doesn't remember any
Classic. Classic. I'm here to chew bubble gum and
So apparently somebody's been paying to put up holographic billboards outside of Meta HQ along these lines, which is really funny.
Well, what's the message?
we're always watching.
Yeah. I mean, that's it's
My only problem is I would fucking steal that poster if I could. It's just because that is fucking cool as hell.
does kind of look a bit like a young Salma Hayek, doesn't she?
Stupid fly. Pull up on that bumper. Spank that monkey. Bigger mosquito. That girl hot as hell, bro. Fine as a camel hair. Ain't no mammal anywhere that can compare to you, boo-boo. You want me to touch you? Don't you want to get wrong? Don't you want to call me? Look like a Barbie doll because you're so daggone fine. This on my mind work all kind of ways.
Right. What's fun about this too is that is specifically an ad for
Their
the
glasses.
AI glasses. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, let's go ahead and put these devices on that are going to track and record everything about your entire fucking life, whether you want them to or not. At all times, they do not ever turn off. They were always recording. We are always watching.
Order and safety.
Yep.
Yeah. What did Ben Franklin say about that?
There was
I don't
just
know,
something
Didn't they
about
say-
anyone willing to give up liberty for a bit of safety deserves neither.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Wasn't that
Connie-
fake though? Like it wasn't actually him who said it or something,
So
or
was
was
your
it
mama.
attributed him, but it's not really him or some shit.
It's some commie libtard shit, so it probably was from him.
It's not, because there's a difference between libtard and liberty.
You say tomato, I say potato.
No, keep this in mind, buddy, because that red stuff you got in your veins, that's the water
I'm aware.
for the liber tree. I'm gonna
Very
call it.
aware.
Till next time, He-Man.
Yeah, I want to see more blatant ads like that, more blatant on the nose nods at the subliminal bullshit going on with the tech sector and the government
Dude,
popping up. That'd be great.
That's everything.
Yeah, I know. We went through fucking everything fast today. Everything I had anyway.
All of your fault.
Like, dude, we could go dig up one of GT's videos if we need to, but I was kind of hoping to avoid
You
that.
You guys want to talk about Jimothy?
I don't know what that is, but I have a feeling I'm going to regret it, and you're going to tell me anyway.
It's something that's been showing up on my fucking Twitter feed the last 3 hours. I'm kind of surprised you didn't include it.
You do know that I'm not online all the time, right?
He's not on your Twitter feed either, so
Fair. It's something I feel like at least Anna would appreciate a lot. Because it's an adorable little fucking trash panda.
Oh, you talking about that mutant freak?
Oh
The-
god, yeah. Oh, holy shit. Yeah, I have seen that.
Yeah,
It's like the sloth of fucking
It's got no tail, and it's got like
Awesome, you're
ridiculously
raccoon.
long limbs and a short ass
Oh.
fucking compacted spine. It looks like something straight out of fucking I don't know.
Could you imagine you come out of a store and you see that fucking thing walking across the
It's
parking lot?
like Junji Ito's idea of what a raccoon should be.
Things like
Mr. Grant.
the reason why I wear a silver
Hey,
ring.
Grant.
in
Grant,
case-
we had an AI thing we needed from you earlier. Sam can explain it.
Wasn't it? Yeah, it was like Will Shatner.
Yeah, Shatner doing heavy
performing,
metal.
Yeah, performing like what was it? War Pigs, I think.
I think that's what you were singing, yeah. But yeah, no. So that cute little fucking raccoon with like the no tail, really small spine. Yeah, his name is Jimothy, apparently.
So his name is as foreshortened and retarded as he is.
Sure. Apparently, some government individual has expressed the fact they're already looking for him. So I'm expecting Peanut the Squirrel. I'm expecting Peanut the Squirrel to have a repeat soon.
I don't
I'm
think that-
Sounds like a normal animal in Australia.
I'm expecting.
No. Shadow, you're looking at this all wrong. They're looking for him because they lost him in the first place. He's an
I'm
escapee.
expecting a full mobilization of SWAT to bring in an animal while some fucking illegal immigrant commits a major crime and they just kind of ignore it. I fully expect images of Jimothy to get executed in the fucking street with a 12 gauge.
All right, I'll
at
see if
this
I can
point.
find an image of this horror thing.
Just dead ass. On the left side of the picture, Jimothy getting fucking executed by SWAT. On the right side of the image, some illegal, like, stealing a woman's purse or something like that. I fully expect that to do the news circuit sometime soon.
It escaped from a lab. It's just
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
that's where the next virus
Yeah.
is going to come from some deformed freaking raccoon that Fauci let out of a lab.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I know. I
Yeah,
fully
this
believe
thing
that
is
thing is
not-
I fully believe the thing is natural because I've met people with similar kind of disabilities.
Oh, the Seattle Times is not happy with me because
We
I
don't need
have
to hear
an
about
account.
members of your family.
Hey, fuck you. Fuck you. My family are a bunch of dirty, dysgenic, mutated mutts because we're Americans, but that doesn't mean we're genetically inferior. Go fuck yourself, you dirty, dysgenic, mutated mulatto.
Forgive me, Sam, for I might have sinned. I went and bought me a set of tires. Just hear me out, dude. I went and bought me a set of tires.
Exactly.
I go and I pick them out based off of the lug pattern on it. And I just point at some tires. I'm like, I want those. And they pull out the list and these here. Okay. They put them on. I get home. I look at my tires and written right on the side is the words "come home." And I'm just curious how they fucking knew.
I mean, you were kind of throwing yourself at all the fucking tire techs,
Just saying.
trying to get a discount.
I did not get a discount.
It's because you look like this guy.
That thing.
Yeah, this is the thing that Shadu was talking
Fire.
about, and that I'm telling you, that is an abomination. That is a genetic dead end in an accident that is probably made in a laboratory. And I think that the reason that they're looking for him is because he's an escapee. He's a fucking experiment on the loose.
Aw,
And he's
I feel
fucking
bad for
adorable.
it.
This looks like the first thing you have to kill, like the lowest level creature in a fucking video game, right?
He looks like-
Aw.
Like level
You-
1 only takes 1 shot, 2 shots to kill, but
Like,
No,
did
no, no.
guys
You know
play
what this
Baldur's
is?
Gate- Hold up.
This-
Did you guys play Baldur's Gate 3? Because there are these things in it. They're basically brains on legs, and if you put fur on them, they look like this.
Oh, fucking intellect of ours. Yeah, those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those things are actually pretty damn lethal because they can basically shoot you with psychic energy. They can possess you, like as in walk around as if they're inside of you. And because they eat your memories, they can pretend to be you as well.
Everyone here has played more D&D than you have. Everyone.
Anna, do you know what D&D
Aw,
is?
I don't know what to do. I want to hug it.
I'm not. No, I agree with you. This thing's. I also think intellect devourers are fucking adorable.
You are correct.
I also think intellect devourers are fucking adorable. I like this thing. This thing is fucking adorable too.
Oh,
I just looking at this thing makes me wish for the meteor all that sooner. Because there's no way this is naturally fucking occurring.
Look.
On the one hand, either this is the vanguard of the opening of the seventh seal, right, of Abaddon, or we did this and we deserve to be wiped off the fucking map.
Sam, all this is like
two things can be true.
Sam. There are human beings born with a similar fucking spinal issue that makes them wheelchair bound, and then the tail. Like, there are many reasons why he might not have a tail. He could have fucking had it gotten ripped off when he was younger, or he just never had it because some raccoons are just born without tails. This is perfectly fucking reasonable to exist.
This is the next creature from
But
an
I
M. Night
promise you it
Shyamalan
isn't.
movie.
I promise you that
That's
while
trees.
everything Shadu just said is totally valid,
Oh my
I
god, you
promise that's not what
guys.
happened.
It's just a freaking raccoon that was shot on a camera where it blurred shit. Oh my god.
Also,
Nah.
raccoons are in generally blights upon
You-
society.
Fuck you, they're adorable.
freaking
Beside it with
mutated
something
Thanksgiving
and
turkey.
blurred
That's what
it.
the hell that is.
Come on. Oh,
Sam,
Ugh.
fuck you. Trash pandas are adorable. Swamp kitties are fucking adorable.
I'm not gonna eat it.
See, even Squatch wouldn't eat it. That's how adorable it is.
No, I'm not gonna eat it because I don't want those mutations.
I'm gonna tell you what happened.
It's not going to
Like,
give you Spidey powers.
This is what happens when prion disease doesn't stop at just folding your proteins.
He's got a point.
When it
Sam-
folds everything else too.
You know what? Wait, hold on. I realized. I think I know why Sam's really grumpy. I think he got cock blocked again by his sister.
Here's the thing: no one
What the
ever
fuck?
mentions about prions. There are other prions out there that just aren't in the human diet because we don't consume ourselves, right? That do all kinds of wacky stuff. It's just the encephalitis type that we tend to see, the chronic wasting disease and whatnot.
The only raccoon video I've ever seen that is I would consider cute is when they keep giving the little bastard cotton candy and he keeps washing it away. Otherwise, I don't care about them.
Okay,
Wait,
okay, can I just go around the panel? Your favorite animal to have as a pet, because I am tired of we don't like cats. We don't. These dogs are
Gotta
stupid.
find
it's
squirrel.
barking. The raccoons look like aliens. Favorite pet.
All right. I like rats. Personally, I think they make
Yeah,
excellent
no,
pets.
we get it.
Why?
Yep.
These are huge
They're
pinky in the
social
brain
animals.
fan,
They're
obviously.
clean. They're smart. They got more in common with me genetically than a cat does.
Devil,
I don't know. None.
you don't want.
Come on,
No.
there has to be one.
I mean,
Scorpions are good
Lord
too.
of the Flies might pick one thing. Maybe Drosophila?
No.
Fruit flies. Okay.
You just say that
Shadow,
because you got a
how
bunch
about
of
you
them.
there, big guy?
What was that, Squatch?
What is your favorite non-normal pet, I suppose?
Lower enlisted Marines.
I'm gonna allow this.
That's slavery. That's not bad. But sure, we'll allow it. It'll be fine. Underscore Sam Rats. I live a couple of years. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I only got a couple of years. I love to give any particular being anyway that's not my direct offspring. So it's cool.
Right. Anna?
A moth.
A moth? Oh, that's
Speaking
not
of
a
short
moth.
lifespans.
That's cool. Right? You
I
could
was-
like keep
I-
president of a moth.
Dead ass.
Wouldn't
I
it
was
be
expecting her to say
octopi?
people. I was expecting her to say people. Dead ass.
Wouldn't it be octopi? Isn't that the proper?
Octopuses and
Yes.
octopi are both considered correct.
Yes.
So, but
Ooh.
as far as that goes, they are a lot of fucking work, and I'm too lazy to be that kind of pet owner.
And
Wait,
to keep them in their cage
If
because
it-
they'll get out of the tanks. If you have
Oh,
a
yeah.
tank with octopus, they'll get out. They're freaking
What?
escape artists.
Wait, Sam, like, are they like in the Malinois kind of way where like you need to keep them stimulated? A lot of work like that, or
Yeah, but also there's a whole pH, like, you know how anything you keep in an aquarium, right? You have to maintain like the specific chemical balance in the water so that they don't fucking die, right? And
Yep.
and it is a very delicate process with octopi in particular. It's you can't vary it even a little bit, or bad shit happens to them.
It's really hard
And
to
it-
keep Sam alive in his
They're actually
Yeah.
aquarium too.
they're actually very sensitive creatures. They like interaction. They like
Sure.
human interaction, and they like to stimulate their intelligence in their brain by interacting with humans.
Yeah.
And they like to have all these different little puzzles you give them. And
Mhm.
every time you're away for a couple of hours, just like with a cat, they're gonna have this thing. Where were you? I missed you. Ah, very similar, Samuel.
Yeah, but
Mm.
Good chick.
octopuses are
Yeah.
better.
Hold on. I knew a chick who had a coconut crab when I was a teenager. How? I have no idea, but she had like this little kiddie pool type thing set up with like little thing to get in and get out and steps and all of that. And the first time I found out about this thing, I had passed out over there, and I woke up in the middle of the night to a fucking abomination crawling across the floor, the biggest fucking bug you ever saw in your goddamn life. This is straight, I shit you not, this is straight out of the Naked Lunch. Like, I am over here having a moment because I'd been shooting shots all night long, and I wake up and there's this thing, and I'm like, there's no way that shit is real. And so I just grabbed I grabbed the back of the couch cushions and put them up between me and it and went back to sleep. And I woke up later and the sun was up, and I looked over in the little pool over there, and it was sitting up on a rock, just kind of grinding on a piece of shrimp. And I was like,
Hey Sam, in the
Yes.
private chat, or actually Squatch can bring it up.
Andy Pickle, sugar gliders are bastards. Also, just putting that out there.
Okay, according to Sam, only scorpions and rats aren't bastards. Literally every other living thing is a bastard.
You ever had a sugar glider?
No, but I've only ever heard you
I
refer to
have.
scorpions and rats in a meaningful way, counting human beings.
Creepy, this unusual.
Yes. And I didn't say that scorpions and rats couldn't be bastards. I just like them better than the other bastards.
just don't
No,
get
no,
upset
you-
when a scorpion stings
but
you
I
because it's
want-
a scorpion.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this once and never again. What kind of pet do you want to have, Samuel, where you actually sit there and you're petting it when you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to
Flying
bed.
squirrel.
They're called girlfriends. That's
Flying
Yeah.
squirrel.
No, Anna, he's
I
answered this
wanna be
before.
petty.
Tarantulas. He's
Listen.
told us this. Tarantulas.
Flying
No,
squirrel will live in your pocket. They'll literally feed off of anything that you eat. And when they decide to leave, they just fly the fuck away.
Sugar gliders are that same thing, but they'll latch onto your face like the fucking face hugger from
But
Alien
they
and
look
scream.
like hamsters. And if they look like hamsters, they look like cute little creatures, which mean they look like cats. So you
Your
like
logic is weak and feeble like an old woman's.
no, I don't get it.
Crazy cat
How
lady.
can you pet? I've been around tarantulas. I've been around
Yeah.
spiders. But
Here
how
they
can
take
You
my
don't.
crap.
You don't.
you can't cuddle
You don't
next
pet
to it.
tarantulas. Yeah, I don't know where he's getting this from. You don't pet tarantulas. Their hairs
They
are
pet
extremely
you.
sensitive, and they will freak the fuck out.
You can't
You
cuddle
don't
next
pet tarantula,
to it.
tarantula.
What kind of pet though? Because an octopi.
I'm not. I don't know what to
not-
tell you, and I'm not a pet person. I don't really like animals beyond on my dinner plate.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Pet animals. We eat animals.
You know, if I were to have a pet again, it would probably be a rat because those were the ones I enjoyed the most back when I did have pets.
Have you considered ferrets?
I have considered ferrets, and they're like stinkier, longer rats.
There are new ferrets, and this is one of the cool things. I don't know if this was a CRISPR or GMO thing. I don't know, but they've got new ferrets that smell like popcorn.
Ooh.
They smell like ferrets.
Yeah, that's gene editing.
I don't care. It's an improvement. I swear to God. Now,
Is this the thing?
are you sure you want to watch this?
I don't know. I don't know what this is.
Making the rounds among fans of all things weird and creepy.
Oh,
This
fucking
unusual
Ricky Berwick.
Yeah.
I love this
raccoon,
guy.
possibly with a condition known as short spine syndrome. He's been spotted.
What are you doing on my property? I'm Timothy, the raccoon. Get out of here!
Making the rounds among fans of all things.
That's good. That's good. I do loves me some Ricky Berwick. He's a very, very funny man.
He's a legend.
Arden, I saw what you sent, and I'm trying like hell to fucking. Twitter's not working when I'm live. It's a whole thing, so I'm trying to square it away so we can bring it up. But yeah, he sent me something, and it's not terrible. It's not terrible at all.
While Sam's fixing that, I'm curious, what does everyone think about the Odyssey?
Don't care. Don't want to talk about it.
God.
Okay, now there's one good thing from this that I want to talk about. The memes have been fucking killer, dude. Hilarious. I spent 35 minutes the other night watching Elliot Page memes. And I, dude, it gave me a fucking stomach cramp. I laughed so hard at some of them.
Dude, my favorite ones have been the fucking my favorite ones have been the body cam one where it's just whatever her name is, the chick that's playing Helen, or the woman who's playing Helen, excuse me, that's insulting the chicks to call her one. And it's just like a bunch of like, ma'am, the endless shrimp is for one person, not a whole table, and then you just get like her face.
She's in for like 25 seconds though. It's not really in the film.
That doesn't make the joke less funny.
Have you seen the film?
So no, because it's a bastardization.
Well, I've seen
Not even a good one.
If look, we've been over this. If it's based in a certain time period with a certain group of people, to take it out of that and put you're taking their thing. If we can't do it to Africa, if they had some freaking story of some African warrior that took on a 4-headed fucking lion and they changed it to a white dude, you would fucking see the sky burn down. But
hold on.
they can
It's
do
not-
it to Greek myths and legends, and we're supposed to be okay with it. I'm sorry.
Well, hold on. It's not even
I'm
that
not.
you replaced the black dude killing the 4-headed lion with a white dude killing a 4-headed lion. In the case of the Odyssey, it's you replaced it with a white dude, and then the 4-headed lion is just gone, and you replaced it with like a bunch of fucking hyenas that look like they're fucking from Siberia. Because remember, like they cut not Porphyrion. That's the wrong fucking giant from Greek mythology. What's his name? The Cyclops. They completely cut the fucking Cyclops, from what I've heard.
Well, the thing is, the thing that pissed me off is I'm
Polyphemus,
not
thank you.
near as I don't give a shit about Ellen Page because at least they're even though we know she's a woman, at least she's trying to look like a man, right? She's trying to be that character. They're not. They pointed out Pierce Morgan because they had Gary on there and Critical Drinker, and they were pointing out. One of the other guys actually, that when back in old Hollywood, when there was all white people playing the Indians and all those Westerns of the stuff, they were at least trying to look Indian. They were trying to be what they were supposed to be, even though they weren't. In this case, they're not doing that. They didn't put her in there and say, be Greek because you're playing a Greek character. No, they specifically did it to antagonize people and cause controversy.
Yep.
No, that's not why they did it. They did
Yes,
it.
they did. Yes,
no,
they did. Because
no.
she's not the greatest actor in the world. They did it because of that.
They did that because Christopher Nolan
Is a bitch.
Very beloved director, and therefore he
For a
had
bitch.
the CV to be able to do these kind of things, but also he wants to be nominated for an Oscar, and to be able to be nominated, you have to have the DEI bullshit. That's why they did that. I don't think but again, that makes him a coward. Which, again, if you look at his track record of everything that he has done, he has always been very true to himself. This is the complete opposite of his track record. And now he is going out there making this film, and fine, it's not a theater stage play where you can do this kind of shit where you go on the West End, Broadway in America, and you swap characters, like Juliet is black, Romeo is Asian,
I
whatever.
don't
It's
even
theater.
necessarily have a
It's
problem with that
theater.
at all.
It's artistic. Here, he was pressured into doing something. I think personally, to make it into. We have to tick the boxes because I want to be nominated for something. That is fucked up.
Yeah. Well, that's his motivation, and you're right about his motivation. But Devil is also correct. It's not Nolan's motivation to do that, but it's the people telling Nolan to do that. They're going, "Oh, well, you need to do it to be nice."
Nolan
No,
is
it's
a big enough director where, just like Ridley Scott, just like Lucas, just like all these people, they don't need to be, or Spielberg told what to do.
you just said he wanted an Oscar,
All right,
and
all
he
right,
did it
hold up,
because he
hold up,
wanted
hold
the
up.
Oscar.
Hold up. Devil's got to go.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I'll see you guys later.
See you, Dev.
Yep. Have a good night.
Bye
Have a
bye.
good
Bye.
He's cheating
Yeah.
on us with iron oxide.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, no, so
babes.
So you just said for him to get the Oscar, he needs to include certain things to be
Yeah.
nominated for the Oscar. So the people that are setting the criteria for the Oscar nominations are making him do things to get the Oscar that he wants. Those people have their motivations for wanting these things included. Which, if you look at what a lot of these people kind of say, it's more in line to what Devil was saying for those people. Attributing the action to Nolan, you're absolutely correct. It's not. He probably just wants the shiny trophy. But that doesn't denounce the fact that there are people that want to do that shit. Just like just like if you have an actor is just doing the job of an actor. Like, hey, I was tapped to play a role. I'm going to play that role. Stop harassing me. Yeah, no, that actor is completely legit. But then if the writer comes out and says something fucking retarded, then the writer is that. It doesn't mean that the whole the decision was a decision was still made. You're just attributing it to the wrong person.
Okay,
That's what I'm trying to say.
I agree with that, but then you add a whole extra layer of the historical importance of what matters to the Greek people.
And they pissed.
I didn't
And
do that.
they
Devil.
are, and if you knew that you were going to do that, you did that on purpose, which I have a problem with.
Yep.
Why would you make a film about,
Cleopatra's
I don't know,
banned in Egypt.
Mongolians? I'm going to go to Mongolia and get a whole bunch of Mongolian actors. If I'm going to, this is the thing, that there's so many different layers to this bullshit, but because it's Christopher Nolan and we all know him as a big director, he caved in. And that's why I have a problem with it. No matter how beautifully cinematically it's going to look in IMAX, and oh my God, Matt Damon is doing this, and we can't complain because Matt Damon isn't Greek. So therefore, Napita Lanyago isn't Greek and is a black lady. I don't think she's that ugly. I think she's actually a pretty good
No,
actress.
no one's saying she's ugly. We're saying it was a bad casting.
Yeah.
It was all of it, all across the board. So the problem is why?
I would say I'm going to push back just a little bit in it because I do think, and this is kind of a joke, but kind of not. I've been saying this for about a week now. That the one casting that I think was kind of appropriate given the reworking of the story, right, was Ellen Page, right? And here's why: it's because Ellen Page is playing Sinon. Sinon is a character that doesn't appear until almost 800 years after Homer wrote the Odyssey in Virgil's Aeneid. And the Aeneid was written specifically for political reasons. It was a retelling of the Odyssey for political purposes. And our dear Ellen Page is playing a character that was inserted into this movie in a retelling for political purposes. I think that's 100% an appropriate casting for that character.
Layers upon layers, schemes within schemes.
So hold on. We once had an argument. You and I, we had a disagreement. Do you remember the first time we had the disagreement about Black Panther?
You and I?
Yes.
Not really.
I stated that Black Panther might be the greatest superhero movie made in this entire sequence. and you scoffed and coughed. I think you were eating some popcorn or something at the time. I talked to you. And you were like, how is that possible? I said, think about it. Black Panther as a comic book character was an inversion of everything that superheroes were. He wasn't there trying to save people. He was saving the black man, right? He was bringing down government corruption. He was going out of his way to protect ghettos and stuff like that. It's really hilarious when you think about it. When you look at the movie, they do the same thing, but with movie tropes.
Mm.
And so when I'm watching the Black Panther, I'll never forget it. I was sitting in a room with just some dormy people, and we're all watching it. About halfway through it, I've been laughing maniacally through the whole thing. I'm crying. I'm laughing so hard, and no one else understands. They're just staring at me. They giggled at first when I giggled because it's funny when I laugh, but they didn't understand what they were looking at.
See, kind of in that vein, Squatch, one of my favorite things about that movie is the ending. Because it's like, hey, Wakanda needs to open its borders and help, like, fix the plight of people, like, of sub-Saharan descent. What's the first fucking thing the Wakandans do? Do they go to end the ethnic genocides in places like Congo? No. Do they go and restructure the borders so you don't have, like, tribes and clans on separate sides of the borders, or disproportionate representation in democratic systems due to where people no they don't. They go to a fucking inner city and start working on a youth club
in the US.
In the US. Like, what's so beautiful about this movie, in my opinion, is it frames the argument so purely from the Western liberal perspective. It completely removes the actual sub-Saharan existence that they're trying to cultivate with the thematic appearance of Wakanda.
Hey,
Clue. What up,
hey,
bud?
Clue?
What's up, Clue?
Yeah,
Like-
and I need to point out what Andy says. Troy wasn't set in Greece. No, it was set in modern
What
day
became Turkey?
Turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
It was on the Anatolian peninsula, I think.
Yes.
yeah, it's in like that north. If I remember right, it's like up in like the northwestern area. Like, you know that isthmus that Constantinople's on. It's on like
Yeah.
it's like a little bit south of that on the eastern side, if I remember correctly. And it's also
Exactly.
not called Troy. I believe it's called Ilium.
It was
If I
called
remember-
Ilium. Ilium was its ancient name. Troy was the name it was given it later.
Yeah. Oh, and the Trojans weren't actually their own independent kingdom. They were a vassal state of the Hittite Empire as well. That's another thing a lot of people don't realize.
Is Ionia a real place?
Ionia? Yes, actually, the Ionian coast, like
Okay.
that eastern
Yeah.
side of the
I
Aegean.
want to know. What I want to know. Yes. What I want to know, is there a town there on the edge of a cliff under an overhang like in Immortals? Because if it
Probably.
exists, that's where I want to live.
Probably.
Fucking beautiful.
See, that's the thing I love about looking into like antiquity and the Bronze Ages and shit like that, is you'll find like a mention that, yeah, this really crazy thing from a Conan story or a Marvel comic or a fantasy book you found at half price books for $3 that no one's ever heard of. Yeah, that's real. That actually happened. And it's from the time that we barely have records for. I love that shit so much.
My favorite is when you come across some tidbit of history like the concept of the Lost Legion, and you go to look it up and you realize that this isn't just one reference. This has happened half a dozen times throughout history. An entire legion of motherfuckers walked into a place that just never came out. It happened in Germany. It happened in Arabia. It happened in freaking Egypt twice.
Scotland.
Scotland. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, often armies just wander the fuck off.
Yeah. Happened in China during I think the First World War. Entire battalion just of like 20,000 dudes just
evaporated.
Gone.
It
I
happened
read
with
somewhere. I don't know if this is true or not. I read somewhere that the most accepted theory of the time was that some sort of poisoning ravished the division, right? And all of the people that were like actually in command and were capable of like promoting people all died of some sort of food poisoning, because they had this big officers dinner and something in the officers dinner was poisoned. And so all the enlisted men sat around for a while and then just went home, since nobody showed up to pick up command. when the food started running out, they all went home. And so one of the reasons this theory holds a little bit of water is there is a discrepancy between the missing battalion and actual deaths reported in that area, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, some of those people appear to have gone home.
Fair enough.
With the Odyssey, that is the first thing. If you study classics at university, it's something that is about loyalty, cowardice, bravery, all these things that were passed on through different legends. And okay, fine, he took a different interpretation. We don't like it. I saw the film. I didn't think it was that good, even though I was always defending it, and I was a massive Christopher Nolan fan. But in this situation, I think he sold out. He sold out, and I don't like that. I don't like that when a person does that, because we saw that with Lucas. We saw that with Ridley Scott. We saw that with a whole bunch of different franchises or things that are happening, and it might be beautiful, lovely, cast whoever you want to cast. It's your film at the end of the day, but it's not my Odyssey.
Yeah. It's the commodification of, I don't even want to say entertainment. It's the commodification of the human spirit. Like a story like the Odyssey is fundamental, not humans. It's fundamental to like not even Western. I can't even like it's Greek. I'll just simplify it for Greek. It is quintessentially Greek in its values, in the ideals, the virtues, and also the vices and the sins it presents. And instead of he didn't like. There was a suggestion I saw online where someone's like, "Hey, if you want to do a modern retelling of the Odyssey, take the general concept, but apply it to the actual modern day." Instead of it being,
it's like when Baz Luhrmann did the interpretation of Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, or Treasure Planet instead of Treasure Island. Take like the general beats and the more or less like the characters.
Adaptation of the Odyssey in history.
SpongeBob.
Now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of already been done.
Yeah.
A couple of times, actually. That's just the most recent one that was well received and widely known.
Yeah. But it's, well, hold on. Who was saying that? Okay, so Arden, the reason why I'm not going to say Western specifically is because modern day Western is like really rooted in liberal values separate from the Greeks. And then also, yes, it underpins a lot of Greek like value, but Western also incorporates a lot more disparate groups. So I didn't feel Western just feels too broad for the point that I was trying to make. But yeah, it's Western.
Yeah, the Greek society, thousands of years ago, is the fundamental foundation of all of Western society.
It's a good part of it. The Persians tried to.
It is the foundation. Period. The Persians were still operating very much in an Eastern sensibility for a very fucking long time, right?
Yeah.
They're Eastern culture, and I'm not saying that ancient Persian, like what was it, the Achaemenid Empire or whatever, wasn't actually the worst thing in the world. They were probably one of the more benevolent empires, all things considered, but still in a very Eastern sense. That was Eastern culture, not Western.
Oh, I absolutely agree. Like compared to the Achaemenids, the Greeks were the fucking barbarian savages. Hence why I think being a barbarian savage, not that bad, because that's honestly what Europeans were for the vast majority of our history. The point I was referring to more, or when I was saying it's not the foundational, because there are other aspects. If the Greek was just the basis of Western, we wouldn't be calling it Western, we'd be calling it Greek. You're taking certain Greek intellectualism, certain Roman technical applications of things, and then the Germanic and English like spirit, along with a bunch of other shit from Europe that created the West. You can't just lay it down to the Greeks.
You can't,
sure,
because here's how.
Removing the Greek component
absolutely
It is a
irrevocably changed it.
succession of events, not a series of random hodgepodge components just slapped together, man. The Greeks
I didn't say it was
did
hodgepodge.
their thing, right? The Romans came along and stole all of that and just changed the names here and there, and then they added their own, to whatever, and then they spread that shit out to the entire Western world.
Romans are like woke Greeks.
That's what civilization is built Western civilization is based on, is those things. Later, then the aberrant Jews came in with their Christian ideology, and that changed some things too. But it starts and it ends with the Greeks.
If it was solely the Greek identity as the foundational piece, then everywhere the Roman Empire touched would have had the exact same passage of events. North Africa would be interchangeable with Britain if that was the case. Other things are added in that make the West the West. The Greek component is a major component, and removing it would absolutely create something completely different. I'm not disputing that.
Georgia's just like Seattle. They'd have to be, because they're both part of Western culture. They'd have to be the exact same thing. And they're not by a long shot.
Yeah, North Africa is not Western. Frickin' the Middle East is not Western.
By Easterners later, and they
Yeah.
have adopted
Yeah,
Eastern
exactly.
culture later.
Yeah.
But they were at one point operating under the Roman Empire, under the Western ideology and the Western culture. It was later when the Arabs came in with their fucking Islam, and they frankly ruined everything.
Another permutation. Well, no, they kept certain things from the Greeks. They just didn't keep all of the things from the Greeks. A different permutation was formed out of that cultural mixing that did not do the same things as the West, because you can't just go, oh, this one thing defined the whole facet. If it was the one thing, then the French, the Germans, the English, the Nordics, the Italians, the Spaniards, the Portuguese, they would all be interchangeable, but they're not. They're different. And that combination of things is what made the West.
Okay. I would like to point out that this entire argument has been an extremely pedantic discussion over whether or not using the term Western culture applies in this specific scenario with the Odyssey and Troy.
That's how it started, and then it kind of shifted into something different. But largely, it is fighting. It is fighting in the weeds. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take the draw.
Well, it's a loss, but okay. Anyway.
Oh, you accept defeat. I accept the victory.
You lost.
I accept the victory, my good man.
Just like
I take the laurels. I take the triumph.
To go around telling people he won when he fucking got his ass kicked, but all right.
Name a single time we got our fucking asses kicked and we just didn't get pulled out by a coward bitch. Never had a tactical loss. It's always been a strategic
I would say
moment of
this
cowardice.
argument right here is a good example.
Korea would have been a fucking win if we just pushed past the Yalu.
Although
Turn
in this
everything into
case,
fucking
I wouldn't say
my
all Marines
God.
were involved in this conversation. In fact, I know at least one Marine who would have been on the other side of it, because if anybody's more pedantic than I am, it's her.
A Cobalt Ocean would have made the Korean War so much more interesting.
That's a non sequitur. What the fuck?
Yeah, you were saying getting asses handed, denying it. Korea was a draw. Would have been a win if.
Yeah, and then I pivoted to the whole gal would have been on my side thing.
Okay.
Just saying. I was trying to illustrate that it was one Marine involved in this mini conflict here on the channel, and not all Marines. I was attempting to not be as blatantly racist against the Green.
Very well.
Inclusive, even.
That doesn't suit you, though. You're not inclusive. You're hateful.
I'm not very good at it. This is true.
Yeah. Like, you try. You very well try.
Shadu, I was asked a question, and for everybody in chat and the panel as well. What's the best uniform in the U.S. for any military? And
I thought you meant it all. I was going to go Hooters.
Where's the question?
Best uniform in the United States military.
Marine Corps dress blues.
U.S. Post Office.
Not military.
It's a military service specifically, Squatch. So that's Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, Coast Guard, Space Force, National Guard, technically Secret Service, I believe, as well, and Border Patrol. And I literally had this argument. I believe it was it last night? No, it was earlier today, actually, where it came up and someone literally went through every single dress uniform in the armed forces and went, yeah, no, he's got a point. Those are actually the best.
Yeah, real quick, Lepo, we also have full nude bars here too. I just, they don't have uniforms. It's just their birthday suits. It's anyway. As far as that goes, this is a personal preference, but I've always kind of liked the Air Force dress uniforms.
Yes, thank you. That's what I said.
So,
I'm gonna look at these.
I think they look sharp.
Yeah.
Come on, compared to the Marine dress blues, nah.
Yes, they
nah,
do.
this ain't it. This ain't it, Chief. That's just a fucking tuxedo. That's just a business suit. No.
Your uniforms aren't even uniform. You got like 8 colors on them.
And they look fucking awesome.
Like pants are a different color than your jackets.
And unlike that
racing stripes on them.
And unlike that motherfucking tuxedo, the Marine Corps dress blues actually have stories tied to them. The collar is tied to the history of the Leathernecks. The blood stripe, Chapultepec.
You're explaining this like I give a fuck.
You do. You should. Absolutely should. If it wasn't for us, you'd be speaking German.
I do speak a little German anyway.
Well, like day to day, like if it wasn't for what we did, if it wasn't for what the Marines did at Bella Wood, if it wasn't for Gunnery Sergeant Dan Daly at Bella Wood,
I am
y'all would be
telling
speaking
you
German
right now that wasn't you.
It wasn't me. It absolutely wasn't me. I guarantee. Yes, I'm not taking credit. That's why I corrected myself and I said the Marines after I corrected myself.
I will say the Marines, the Navy have very good uniforms, but Air Force better.
As long as you're not like talking like your sailor level Navy, because those guys have to wear fucking bell bottoms and ascots.
Yeah.
And that's just humiliating.
I want to know who it was that decided that shit, right? How gay are they?
Well, hold on, Squatch. Yeah, there's actually a reason behind that. There's a reason. It's because the Navy enlisted exist to be abused. Like this is like other services abuse their enlisted to make them tough. The Navy enlisted explicitly exists to be abused. Like they're not even allowed to eat in the same mess halls as the officers. They are intentionally segregated due to the nautical history of how sailors were treated compared to the officers. Like the Marine Corps was actually founded one part to be a force multiplication factor at sea, and the other part to beat the fucking sailors into submission if they ever got uppity. Like, sailors are just abused. It's Stockholm Syndrome. My dad hated it, but it was one of the things he really didn't like about the Navy.
What the fuck? BTK?
Yes.
No,
he's
I'm not.
agreeing with Anna. He's agreeing with Anna. He is a fucking communist.
That's not true. Anna's not a communist.
Hold on. Who here is fluent in Russian?
Your mama.
No, my mom barely speaks English right. What's your point?
Exactly one of us. Why? I'm not fluent, buddy. I am very, very far from fluent, as Anna points out to me on occasion viciously.
Lying sick of it.
No, I'm not by any stretch of the means fluent, but she is.
Oh, God. Suka. You don't say it like.
I said it. I said it exactly how I meant to say it. To fuck with you. You're welcome.
Right. Well, I think we this is a good place to wind it down.
If the Air Force ever met the Navy, who would win?
They would both lose.
That's
why.
Completely different skill sets. That I don't know. That would necessarily be a win for anybody.
Because the naval guy would break his hand swinging the punch, and the Air Force guy would fall over because he felt negative energy.
We're not talking about your interdepartmental prejudices here.
Yeah, whatever.
The Navy has an Air Force. They're aviators.
Exactly, they do. Thank you, Squatch. Thank you.
I'm fully aware. My dad was one of them. What's your point?
The only one that I can absolutely be sure of is that I'm pretty sure that even the Coast Guard could take the Space Force at this point. Right now.
Yeah, because, I've got some buddies who have actually met people in the Space Force, and it was dead ass. Like, they're fatter machine gunners, and if there's anything you know about machine gunners in the military, is they're the weirdos. They're the ones that if you do a fucking Barrett expansion, you should you should not be surprised to find like a fursuit or a shrine or some like weird shit. And every single member of the Space Force that I've heard anything about is basically a machine gunner with like 200 extra pounds on them.
Why is that a bad thing?
They're the weirdos, like the kind of weirdos that like. So you know, like the really negative stereotypes that nerds or furries get, like that in shows like Breaking Bad or whatever. Not Breaking Bad. Big Bang Theory, where like the fucking like the disgusting troll type archetype dudes, the ones that like never see the light of day. Those kinds of guys are the only description I've ever heard of. Like the caricature of a nerd is the only description I've heard about guys in the Space Force from dudes that play a fuck ton of video games. One of them having bought Star Citizen. Like these aren't like jocks. These are nerds describing these dudes, and they're like, yeah, there's something off about these guys.
Fair enough. I think though this is probably a good place to kind of wind it down. We're gonna, I need to eat, and I think Sasquatch has got something coming up here he's got to do. But before we do, I'm gonna bring up the thing that Ardent sent me. I did finally get that fucking worked out. So from Ardent Party, Barbarian Starship, it appears 2 versions of Bruce Campbell, Jack Sparrow, Jason Momoa, and Keanu Reeves on bass.
That's actually fucking hard. That's hard.
It's kind of metal.
Awesome.
It is kind of metal.
Yeah, get was it not Grant? Sam, one of your buddies that makes AI music. I'm blanking on his name right now.
Makes AI music.
Who?
Grant Gregory. He makes a lot of AI music.
Was it Grant? No. Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't know Grant made music. There's another person I'm thinking of.
I don't know.
Pickle War Saga. He was one of the Pickle War Saga's guys. He was on your team.
Oh, Paul? Paul doesn't make AI music. He's an actual musician.
He's an actual. Fuck. Yeah. Okay, I probably combined the two of them in my head. Then, if Paul sees this, I am terribly sorry. I am
Paul's a real musician. He's in a real band. He's and I think you might have been thinking of DJ Access, but he is also he's a digital musician, but he's not using AI to do it. He's a DJ.
I'd never heard of DJ Access before this. I think I might have combined Paul and Grant in my head, and I apologize to both of them equally. I apologize more to Paul.
Yeah, you go over to his channel sometime. He does live jam sessions.
I genuinely feel bad now.
All that, but yeah, I mean, no, both him and DJ Access were responsible for the music for the Engage show that we did years ago. They did the entire theme for that. Yeah, Paul did the theme for the pub as well.
Well, on the bright side, I didn't call Anna's music AI, so I'm spared pain and suffering for the moment.
How dare you?
Her music's not AI either.
Exactly. That's why I said I'm glad I didn't make that mistake. It's good music and it's not AI.
So
you know what?
This is probably a good place to end the show before somebody ends up dead.
Nuking someone. Yeah.
So anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Thanks for hanging out and listening to this. Like we ran out of topics like an hour and 10 minutes in because I thought we were going to talk longer on some stuff, but it doesn't work out that way always. But I think we've presented you with a show. Hope you enjoyed it. We're going to go around the horn and let people know where to find them. Shadow of Hawk, we'll start with you.
Howdy, everyone. I'm the Shadow of the Hawk, and I completely forgot about this, and I regret not sharing about this earlier. My buddy Ice, he streams on, I know Twitter, maybe Rumble, every Saturday night, good bit later than these streams. And the reason I forgot about that is because he doesn't stream to YouTube, because they're the kind of streams that would get him erased from the internet if he put them on YouTube. His group of friends are
not good people, me included. So after this, go check him out on Twitter or Rumble, if he doesn't on Rumble, and give it a listen. It's usually just talking about his setting and the video game he's working on, but often devolves into pop culture discussions or just blatant racism jokes. Excessive amounts of racism jokes. So, you know, the kind of shit that I know people in this chat would enjoy.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Don't go do that then.
I don't participate in the racism jokes. They just happen.
No, I was talking.
I'm there
to
to talk about the game.
I wasn't talking to you.
Well, here I'm posting the link to his Twitter in the comments, so you know.
Yeah. What have you?
There you
Anna,
go.
do you have anything coming up you want to let people know about?
I'm gonna be back on the Wank with my Fuzzy crew, and then that's on Wednesday, and then Saturday back on the FAP. The Fuzzy podcast. We have fun and we make fun of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Breathe, girl. Breathe.
We have Canadians on, but we've had Samuel on. We've had some Americans on, but it's a bunch of Australians and British people just having fun, making fun of shit. And then on Dadman and his shows, whenever he's doing them, I'll be there, whether it's Friday, Thursday, but also I'm really trying to get back into video gaming.
Nice.
And
What are you looking to do that with?
DJ was on the FAP earlier today, and he's like, Anna, why are you not playing Monster Hunter with us? I'm like, so I need to get back into video gaming, so maybe I will be with Samuel and T-Day on Monster Hunter at some point. There's an update or something coming. I don't know.
There's a massive update and it's essentially an expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever. You can check me out on Anna's Game Land on Twix, and you'll see everything I post. So thank you, Sam, for this lovely show.
Indeed. Thanks for being here. Sasquatch, do your shield
What I
thing.
do? Oh yeah, tomorrow, Blast Radius, 8 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday, Return of the Naughty Corner, 8 p.m. Eastern. Might notice the theme going here. Perhaps I don't have verification on this, but perhaps Thursday a Sasquatch Shields. Other, I'm not going to say who yet. 8 p.m. You know when?
Is it 8 p.m.
Eastern? Yeah, that's it. Just like that. That's how that works.
Fair enough. That brings it around to me. We're going to be doing the usual shit for throughout the weeks, folks. As far as the gaming streams goes, I'm going to try and finish up Demon Souls by the end of the week because I think I can do it. And
Still playing that. It's been like 20,000 years.
It's been like 2-3 weeks with that particular game.
YouTube time, sir.
Oh shit, there goes Shedu. Well, thank you for being here, kid.
Bye-bye.
And but yeah, I'm gonna try and finish it up this week so we can move on to other games. There are other things coming out in the next month that I want to be I want to be streaming, so I want to be done with this. So we'll do that, and then Abyssal Musings obviously on Friday. I'll be back on the pub right after that. The big thing next week, that's it. Same bat time, same bat channel. Episode 200 of Screaming Into the Void. We are EFAPing What the Internet Did to Garfield by Super Eye Patch Wolf. It's going to be a good time, and we even have some guests coming. We got the Mealy's coming, Mealy K and Mealy James, and I got real surprised when Mealy K said yes to this because she kind of hates me and has for like 2 years because of showing her that video in the first place. But she's gonna come and she's gonna have a good time, and we may also see an appearance from one of the founders of this show who has not been on since like episode 50, Maester Chow. Wow. He may pop in, so that'd be cool. That'd be cool. But it's gonna be a good time, folks. We'll have a blast. The only other thing coming up tomorrow night, I have to go film Wormhole Watch over on Duke Devil 95's channel, and it'll be dropping later in the week once he's got that edited. So when that happens, I'll put a link to it in my community tab for those of you who are interested in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. We're doing the episode The Visitor, which is, in my opinion, not only Tony Todd's greatest performance ever, but it is also possibly the single best hour of Star Trek ever filmed.
Yeah.
So should be a good time. Anywho, the only other thing is if Amira goes live, I will be over there. Y'all know where to find her at. Exile Line is 2, that kind of thing. Otherwise, thank you all for coming. Thank you to my panel. You guys are amazing. And we will see y'all next time. Links are in the description below. Have a great night, everybody. And remember, it could always be worse. You could be on fire in Canada. Bye.
Bye.